Okay. Today we are going to service the transfer case, replace the fluid. And so to do that, we have to remove this skid plate, 4 bolts here. I don't know if you can see this. Got a bolt there, got a bolt on the other side. We've got 2 bolts down there. We're going to remove this skid plate so we can get up to the transfer case, drain the old fluid, and replace it with good new fluid. And as usual, I've never done this before, so let's learn as we go. Now here we're using an 18. Is it an 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're using an 18 millimeter socket for these bolts here. And I believe for the drain plug and the fill plug of the transfer case, we're just gonna need a 3/8 ratchet drive. And it fits right in there, very similar to the differential, changing the differential fluid. I think, I could be wrong. Let's find out.
This video is brought to you by Chelsea with Smart City Locating. Chelsea is rapidly becoming one of the highest rated luxury apartment locators in Houston, Texas. If you or anyone you know is looking for luxury apartment living in the Houston area, then there is no one better to serve you than Chelsea with Smart City Locating. Contact information in the description of this video.
Okay, so I was mistaken. The drain plug and the fill plug are going to take a hex key, Allen wrench. Looks like a pretty big one too. So here we go, learn as we go. So it looks like a hex key size 10. And from what I've been told, and just using a little logic and common sense, you want to take the fill plug out first, just in case you're not able to get it out and you end up taking the drain plug out. Well, now all of your fluid is drained out, and you have no way of getting new fluid in. So your vehicle is basically a big brick. Alright, so we're going to remove the fill plug, then remove the drain plug, drain out the old fluid, and pump in the new fluid.
And then eat a pizza.
And then probably eat a pizza, yeah.
Now, when you take this off, is it going to spill something?
Now that shouldn't spill much because that's the fill plug. It still might. So we, well,
Yeah.
okay,
Just
that's
a little
fine.
bit.
That's fine. That came out pretty easy actually.
Okay.
Right now we're going. Now, yeah. Let me get the drain pan. Should be good, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
You ready?
Let her rock. I'm curious to see what the fluid looks like coming out.
Guy off of here.
Now, something I also need to do very soon is service the transmission fluid, drain the old transmission fluid, and put some new transmission fluid in. However, I've heard it is extremely difficult to get to the transmission oil pan to do that job. So if any of you know of any tips or tricks to service the transmission fluid, I'd be much obliged. Well, there we go. Looks like the old fluid is out, and time to put the new fluid in. So another little tip that I've heard is to put some Teflon tape around the plugs before you reinstall them. That way it helps with a good seal and helps to prevent leaks.
Also put the Teflon tape on opposite of the thread so that when you are putting it in there, it tightens it.
Good point. Right, yeah, so wrap the tape on there opposite of the way that the threads look. That way as you are screwing the plug back in,
Teflon doesn't just fall off.
right, it doesn't go against the Teflon wrap. Okay.
Like so. And
This little project seems much easier than I expected, actually. Mostly because Chad over there is doing all the work.
And that's probably
I
it.
say just to get it good and snug, not too tight.
That is good and snug.
Okay, so we got this pump here. It's just a very, very basic fluid pump so that we can pump the fluid from the new ATF4 full synthetic Valvoline transmission fluid, and we can pump it up into the transfer case. So let's see how this pump goes.
Okay. Alright. So pretty.
And it seems to be working. Look at that beautiful red, clean transmission fluid. See if we can get it all in there. And I believe we're supposed to fill this until it starts pouring out of the fill plug right onto Chad's face.
Yes.
And that's when we know it's full.
Or onto my belly. So it looks like it's starting to come off the top.
Fluid is draining out. Okay, so from what I understand, that means it's full.
Put that capper. Okay.
Yeah, get every little bit you can get in there.
It's just falling up.
There we go. Put the fill plug back on. Cap her up. Aye, aye, capping.
It's so slippery.
Think that's good?
100%. Till I can get these other ones in.
Alright, so let's get this skid plate back on.
This guy in there. Okay, I'm gonna hit yours over there. That's it. Brought to you by Ryobi.
Alright guys, so looks like there we have it. Skid plate back on, transfer case fluid changed. On to the next project.